Everybody, I'm on a mission today. I'm leaving out. I have to go. I'm trying to pick up some last minute things for the cruise, although the cruise is a couple of weeks off. I just need a few little things to take, nothing big. The only major thing is I need a suitcase. So I'm going to be looking for a piece of luggage, not anything expensive. I have a little carry-on that I love that is relatively new before COVID. And then I have also, before COVID, a great big suitcase that I got before we went to Europe the last time, before COVID, 6 to 8 months before the pandemic started, when we were in Europe the last time. So it's huge, and I don't want that for the cruise, but I had a medium size when Jim and I had pieces that were exactly alike, same size, same color, you name it, and mine has just died. It died, you know, a long time ago. And so I just need an in-between size, similar to what I had before. And I know that they carry luggage at, you know, all the stores I go to, Marshall's and TJ Maxx and the Bell's Outlet and Ross, all those stores carry luggage. So I'm just gonna look for something that I like. I don't want anything expensive. The new great big one that I took to Europe is already banged up like crazy. So I'm just not gonna spend much money on anything at all. My little overhead or carry-on one, I spent a little bit more money for because I knew I had control over it. What is this? And so I had control over it getting banged up. It was in the overhead rack, or I was pushing it. I want something with really good wheels that will spin and whirl and be easy to push or pull. So, and Jim said, well, why don't you just take the big suitcase? You don't have to worry about checking it. You can carry more stuff. And listen, if I take that big suitcase, I will pack that thing full. And I don't want to pack it full. I just don't want to carry that much. So I think I'm gonna make the rounds, see what's available, and then once I see everything that's available, I will figure out which one I want and go back and get it. So that's my plan. I also need to go to Walmart. I know they have luggage at Walmart. I'm gonna go to Walmart first and pick up a few things. So, all right, let's go. My neighbor across the street's getting a new roof. The last time I vlogged in the car with you, there was a lot of noise, and it was like wind noise. But I think, in thinking about it, it was my air conditioner making that noise. You know, we hear those noises so often that we don't think about them. And I had bought one of those new little gadgets that would sit on top of my dashboard, and that's where it was, and there's a vent right up there. Before, I've had it on my dashboard here. There's an indention where my map is, my navigation system, and it's like a shelf there, so I could, you know, I set my phone in there, and it was not sturdy at all. So, and there was no noise when I had it in there. So that has to be what it is. Of course, I won't know until I play this back, but I've got it back in that little cubby hole. And the problem is the little gadget that I had that sat up on top of the dashboard won't fit in there. So I'm either gonna have to buy a new one or just sort of makeshift something like this. The reason I even got that gadget, and it was cheap, but the only reason I even got it was someone commented that they didn't like looking at my ceiling the whole time and just barely being able to see my head. So this is a little bit better, I hope. I tell you, this weather, it's really overcast, but it's really, really windy. In fact, Jim played golf early this morning, and he said, you know, I may be, whoops, see, there you go. He said, you know, I may be right back if it's too windy. But he's been gone a good hour, so I guess they're playing. But it is windy, and there's, I was watching the weather this morning, and evidently there were like 20 some odd tornadoes through Texas over yesterday and overnight, and it's all headed this way tonight. It should be here. So I guess all this wind is, I have never seen weather like this. I don't know about where you live, but I'm telling you, this has been bad all winter. I mean, we you know, we'll have 70 degree one day, and then we'll have 20 degrees. It's weird, and the thunderstorms and the tornadoes. It's almost like it's just a line that goes across, you know, north to south, and it just moves. And I do understand some of you are going to tell me about weather, but I do understand how weather works. But this just seems to be a lot worse, a lot more severe. And if you live anywhere in this area, in the panhandle of Florida, or in these states along the Gulf, you know, it's different. It just looks like it's going to pour down rain, and rain is not predicted at all. So I'm getting really excited about this cruise. I tell you, other than going to Arkansas last year for the birth of the babies, and then I went back once to visit when they were about 3 months old in the summer, and then we flew to Minneapolis to visit our grandchildren up there. That's it. I mean, for what, over 2 years now, that's the only place we've been. Which, again, those of you that have been with my channel for any length of time, you know that we travel all the time. Oops. We do have our grandson is graduating from Belmont in Nashville in early May, so we're going there for his graduation. And then toward the end of May, I'm flying up to Arkansas to visit the grandbabies for I think I'm gonna stay a week. The nanny will be on vacation, so I'm gonna go help, but it'll be mainly play with the babies. They turned a year old last week. It's hard to believe. Their birthday was actually on Wednesday, and you know, they had just had a little bit for them, but they had a party for them on Saturday afternoon, and where they live, it's in an old section, one of the oldest, or the oldest section of Little Rock. And about a half a block from their house is the sweetest little neighborhood park. And it's small, and it has some swings and slides, and it's geared mainly for the small child. It does have a covered pavilion. So they decided they would have a party there for them. And they invited their adult friends. And they also invited some adult friends, obviously, with babies and small children. And they wound up having about, oh gosh, Jennifer, we didn't go because they had just been here, but I think they had about 35 people there, and it was so cute. I'll insert some pictures. The theme of their little party was my first rodeo, and so my daughter-in-law does, she rides horses competitively. She owns a horse, and so she went out to the barn where she keeps her horse and got a saddle and brought it. And so they had the saddle, and the babies were dressed really cute. They had ordered the little pants that you'll see on them, and they were too long, so I hemmed those for them while they brought them with them when they came down a few weeks ago. And then they wore a little vest, and they had little moccasins, and they had their little cowboy hats. So they had the saddle when you first came in, and then they had several stick horses for the little ones, and then they had a wagon, I think, with some cowboy hats in case anybody wanted to wear a cowboy hat, children. And they had, I think, bandanas for them. And then all the food was Western themed or cowboy themed. And they had 2 cakes there. My daughter-in-law's sister made them. She's vegan, and so she made 2 sugarless cakes, of course, a pink one and a blue one. And it just was really cute. It was, you know, I sort of have regrets that I didn't go for it, but it's obviously too late now. But if you've probably seen some pictures here of it, and they're just precious. Oh, they're precious. But then, as I always say, I've never met a baby or a child who wasn't precious. So they're just, All right. I am at the Walmart, and I may be able to film in there. I may not. We'll see. Okay, I got everything I needed at Walmart. Yes. Oh, let me tell you about my nails. I decided Saturday afternoon I would put on a set of my little Kiss nails that I love so much. And I put those on. And I tell you, it was hard. I didn't like them. I'm so used to not seeing them on my nails. I'm so used to just seeing my nails. And finally this morning, it's Monday, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Finally this morning, I removed them. I took them off and just put some clear polish on. What is going on? I mean, it's like I have no desire to have those, either the Kiss or the acrylics or gels or any kind of fake nails whatsoever. I mean, these two I broke, but that was one of the reasons I decided to put those nails on Saturday, was because I had broken these. But you know, my nails grow so fast that they're just gonna be grown out by the time I go on this cruise. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, that all of a sudden I'm just not into a lot of stuff that I've always been into. Maybe it's a part of this aging thing. I don't know. I still want to look my best, be my best, the same as always. But it's just where my priorities are for that seem to be different. I don't know. I am going to, because it's on this side of town, go to Marshall's and check Marshall's out. Boy, it just looks like it's gonna storm any minute, big time. I do have an umbrella in the car. I have to tell you a funny story. Let me get around this corner. I have this top on. It's like stretchy velveteen. It's the top to a sweatsuit, but I was afraid I might get chilly this afternoon, so, or today if it started raining while I was out, and I just have on a pair of jeans. But I went to put this shirt on. It was hanging, and when I put my arm through the sleeve, there was something here that was blocking it, and I looked at it, and it was a dryer ball. A dryer ball. And I use those dryer balls in the dryer, and I knew a few weeks ago I was missing one, and I just assumed that Biscuit, probably, he's such a ball fanatic, and he knows those balls are in that dryer. So I just assumed that he had taken it and hid it. He's bad about hiding his balls. Most of the time they're out in plain sight, but it was the dryer ball in the sleeve of this. And what's funny is I put it in the dryer and then I hung it to hang up in my closet, and why I didn't notice there was some heaviness to it then, I don't know. Do you ever do anything like that? I tell you what, I may regret wearing this thing because it's getting warm. It's 70 degrees all of a sudden. Okay, we are here. strip center that our Stein Mart used to be in, and they are really working on it. I'm wondering what's going in there. I haven't heard. I need to check it out. We have a fresh market here. We have an Ulta in this little center, a DSW and a Marshall's and several other smaller stores. Oh, 15 minutes early. Let's see, I think we'll pull around here. Nails, there's another nails. You know, there's a nails everywhere you look. A nail shop. I'm not even tempted to go in. Not so sure that all of our, well, I mean, it's obvious, all of the things that we think we love so much, if all of those things are just, we like them because we've become addictive to them. Addicted to them. And, you know, that's probably what this nail thing was, is I was just addicted to them. And, yeah. You know, now that I've gone so long without wearing them, I'm not, I mean, occasionally I'm drawn to them, or I feel that nudge, but you know what? When I gave up, I sort of feel the same way about meat. When I gave up meat, when I became a vegetarian, I thought about it a lot in the weeks and months after I stopped eating meat all those years ago. But I don't even think about it anymore. It's just second nature. I'm not interested in it. I don't crave it. I don't want it. I never feel tempted. It's just what I've gotten used to. We think we love clothes. We think I guess it applies to pretty much everything. Maybe that's the key. We just stop doing things long enough that we're obsessed about. And we don't want it anymore. I have no desire for it anymore. Does that make life boring? I don't know. Well, a lot of people pulling in and parking and going in the fresh market. It's open. I went to the mall here yesterday, not even thinking, and I was going to go to Dillard's on my quest for the white shirt, which I'm just about to give up on. But they don't, I thought they would open at 10. They didn't open till 11. The Loft, I was going to go to the Loft there too, right down the way. They both have entrances from the outside, so you don't have to go in the mall. They didn't open till 11 either. I'm pretty sure when I went to, I don't know, when I went to Chico's, it may have been after 11 when I went there. But yeah, I am no longer ordering a white shirt online. If I can't try it on in a store, then I'm not taking a chance on one. It's like if it fits me through the bust, the shoulders hang down. And I think on some things like this, it's not important, or it doesn't affect the look too much. But with the white shirts that I've tried on, I don't want that seam a couple of inches off of my shoulder.